Hi, I'm Rob Sauerhaft here with Golf Magazine's ClubTest 2015 at World Golf Village in St. Augustine, Florida. I'm here today with Jack Record, Gary Seal, and Jim Esther, and we are talking irons. Let me start with Jack. Overall, what was your impression of the iron category that you tested this week, which was the game improvement iron?
You know, in the past, they've really been focused on cavity backs with kind of soft shafts, looking to get extra distance. It's changed in the recent years, and this year in particular, there's some real kind of players clubs in the mix. It's not just kind of bombing it and forgiveness. You can really find clubs where you can work the ball left or right pretty easily. It's kind of got the accuracy of some of the players clubs mixed with the forgiveness of more of the game improvement clubs. And it's a wide category. I mean, there's definitely players, we're going to find some irons here that they can get around the course no problem. And there's definitely some kind of shovels if you want to get out there and get the ball high in the air and you're just focused on speed and distance. You can find some successful clubs there as well.
Gary, what did you find in the better player category?
What I'm finding in the better player category is that they're beginning to mix some of the cavity clubs with some of the forged irons, where in the past you would only your forged irons were in the better player category. You get more of a cavity back for the mid to long irons, then it really helps you get the ball up. And so as a result of that, you're able to get more playability from different lies. You can get the ball out of the rough, you can get them out of fairway bunkers, and long shots are easier to hit in general.
Jim, what did you find in the max game improvement category?
Well, we're seeing a lot of the same things, but from the other direction. We've always had clubs that were very easy to get up in the air and they were very forgiving. Now we're actually getting clubs that can be used by aspiring golfers so that you can keep them for 3 or 4 years before you move up into the better sets. And we're also seeing better materials. We're seeing clubs that are much more playable around the green, and we're seeing a better blending of feel and forgiveness. We've always had tons of forgiveness in this category, but now we're actually getting better feel so they can be used by aspiring golfers to improve their game.
Thank you, Jim. I'll open this up to the floor. Shafts. What are you seeing in terms of shafts?
Definitely lighter. And in the past, lighter meant greater distance, but it also came at a cost of accuracy. And I think what they've been able to do these days is get some weight out of the shafts, get some extra distance without having to sacrifice the accuracy or the workability of the club. You know, a lot of times you go back in the swing and if the shaft is just too light, you really lose the feel of the club somewhere at the top of your swing. But they've weighted them perfectly, and the kick point in these shafts, you know, it seems to have taken a quantum leap forward.
Jim, you actually played some graphite in the max game. What did you find out?
We did. We have the nice thing about the graphite shafts in the max game improvement category is that they're a much higher end graphite shaft. So without naming names, you can look through the max GI section and you can see very high quality graphite shafts that are like 60, 65, 70 gram graphite shafts, which perform almost like steel. And so you get that steel-like feel and the steel-like consistency, and at the same time you've got a lighter weight and the manufacturers can move that weight around to where they need to help us out.
I think as far as distance, they're very comparable to what we've seen in the last couple of years, but I'm finding tighter consistency. I think, like they had mentioned, the shafts are getting so much better. I think the materials are getting so good, and the manufacturers are getting such good quality in these shafts. I mean, I think the lighter is the way that's going to go. It's easier on your body, you get good distance out of them, and in years past, the graphite wasn't very consistent, but I think that trend is changing.
Well, clearly in irons, there's a lot of great technology being pumped into those clubs these days. The best idea, get out there, go to a demo day, get yourself custom fit, and you're bound to find some irons that'll take your game to the next level in 2015.